Well, a very good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Riverbend Springs. On today's episode, we are continuing to develop and build and expand our British-themed beef farm where possible. So, today, it's going to be a bit of a morning chores kind of a day, really. It is. It's gone 7:57, nearly 8 o'clock, and we've got a whole lot of things we're going to do today. So we're going to start by feeding up. We'll get the cattle all fed, and then we are going to tidy up all the pallets around the yard that need to be moved around and things that can be sold. And then we're going to sell some beef off, I think. Take those away there. And just got a few things set up and ready to go. It is a staggeringly nice morning once again. Sunrise is just creeping over the hills over there. I got our bales out from the night before. We're going to put these into the respective barns. We put one in the morning and then one in at night. Keeps them going there. And so right now you can see, for example, we've got plenty here, but you never want them to run out. Because that's when you start to lose conditioning pretty quickly. So that's the last thing we want. You can see that these guys here, they'll be the ones that we come to take away. They're looking pretty good. They're about 10 months old as it is right now. And yes, we've got plenty of feed to go around as well. So we will get going with the Merlot. See what that looks like to get ourselves done for the day. Before we go any further, I always like to have a quick check first thing. There's nothing we need there. It's probably typical now that we'll see a small tractor come on now that we bought our second one. But hey ho. We are good to go. So, into the telehandler to start with. We'll stick some lights on here. We've got our bale spike on as well. And then we'll be good to go. Like I say, one bale into each. We'll get them all filled up nice and quickly. Check on the water levels, things like that. But they should be pretty good as well. Start over here, I reckon. Now, the amount of feed that we go through probably fluctuates throughout the year, given that, well, whenever we have most of our, the largest number of livestock with the highest age. Because as we know, the older they are, the more they eat. So if you have like 3 or 4 pens where they're all over 6 months old, then of course you're going to see a lot more consumption than if there's like 3 or 4 pens where they're all less than 6 months. But yeah, I typically don't see them consume the full 2 bales a day, but it's just a buffer and it'll keep them going. So that's what I like to do. And for this one, we'll just have to do a little bit of that. And then that should just about do it. Perfect. Okay. That's the second one in. Take this one here. And then we'll go around the other side. Aside from the group that we're going to take away today, the rest of them are quite a way off still. They're a little bit too young, so we'll get rid of these today, and then it'll probably be, I would say, February at the earliest when the next lot go. We're also going to be selling off some grain today as well, so that's something else we'll be doing. A few runs there, so today should be a good day for the bank balance. Now, there's a couple of things that I have in mind that we might look to order. Don't know whether we'll pick them up today or not. But there's fodder into there. Now, what do these look like for water? Not great. They're going to need some at some point today. So we can get on that one. We've still got some lime to spread in that field. I think I'm going to rip that up with a cultivator and then we'll go back in with the lime spreader just to rectify that little error of mine. If you haven't seen as well, do check out, the last video, which would have been out a couple of days ago, where we've got a new tractor now. We're going to be using that bit today. We're going to be putting it to its sole, or its main use, really, which would be good. Nice and quick machine to do the livestock run on, so that's good. We're going to be selling 20 head of cattle today. We'll get off that. And we're going to be bringing in 24. And then one last bale to go into here, and then that's the stock fed up for the morning. Nice and easy. I usually go bale of silage in the morning, bale of hay in the evening. Why, I'm not sure. Just to kind of spread it out. The larger stock of silage bales over there may be about ready now, because we're in December after all, so if they're not ready, they won't be far off at all. But as you can see, we've got plenty of fodder around here, and that's one thing that's really going to allow us to see our bank balance increase, because we just don't need to buy that in, which is fantastic. Alright, so everything's been fed. That's great. We're going to swap over and put the pallet forks on, because we can then go around and move a few pallets about the place. Get some things sold off where we can. Always nice to make a bit of extra money to start the day off there. £68,000 at the moment, which is good. And then, yeah, we could hopefully see that get close to... yeah, it won't be too far away from like about 80, 85 by the time we're all done today, which would be good. We'll look to take on a contract or two as well. Now, where am I going to go? First of all, we will go back over here to the greenhouses. They're ready to go. Did a bit of landscaping over here as well, just to make it a little bit easier, a little bit tidier as well to get in and out of. Honey can stay where it is, but what we'll do, and there we go. So those 2 spring onions are coming along very nicely indeed. So we'll get these sold off straight into the little store that we have. There's the eggs aren't anywhere near there yet, the honey either as well. That's going to slow right down now that we're in the depths of winter. And then we've got some planks to move to. Won't be selling those off anytime soon because the best price has gone now, so that will be a while away, as I forget where I was turning. So we'll go and get this all stocked up around the corner, then that's done. The eggs I think are looking pretty okay and can just wait where they are. There's the rest of our lime that we'll get into this field at some stage. Like I say, probably January job just to get that ploughed over, and then we can move forward from there. Looking like I might try and get a new plough actually, upgrade ours, go to something with a 6 furrow, so that we can rattle through some contracts a little bit faster. That's my my hope at least. And there you go, happy days. Haven't really got a cover crop in here, and at the moment I just don't see if it's going to be viable, but then we are going to get lime onto these fields as well, so that will also have a good benefit on the field. So I'm not too concerned if we don't get everything on there like we initially would have wanted. But yeah, we'll be looking okay for that. We do need to order in some fertilizer as well, because we're going to have to get some more for our grass seed and for our grass fields at least for the new year. We are starting to get a bit of slurry building up in the new calf shed though, which means that we might have to have a look on the market to see what's around for slurry tankers at some point. Keep our eyes open, see if A, if there's any good mods coming in for that, but B, make sure that we can afford them when the time is right. There we go, pick that up, bring her over here. Now there's plenty of wood in there. I did fill up yesterday, so we don't need to worry about that, but we are very slowly working our way through this pile, which is good. I'm very happy with that. And then the last thing I think we'll do is just fill up this water bowser here, so we can go and stick it over by the livestock there. Now that does take quite a while to fill up, so we're going to leave that to do its thing whilst it is. Well, we'll come on over, and if you didn't see it in the last video there, let's check out the new beastie. Deutz for 6135C, the Warrior Edition, and this thing is superb. I really like this. So we're going to stick on the stock trailer. It's got about 1 million different gears here, so it's got a whole range of rather handy. But we don't use those. We're just going to go and put on the trailer and then get these cattle shifted. It's very smooth on the road. When you go through this transmission, and although there's a huge range of gears, it is a very smooth transition through them all, which is very nice indeed. Okay. So we want to take away, we've got 10 and 10 limousine and Angus, and like I say, we're going to take, beg your pardon, no, we've got 16 and we've got 4, so we're going to take all 6 of those, move to trailer, we can carry 12 on here, and then so we'll just make it 10 and 10, because why not, nice and even, move to trailer, move, okay, so there's only 10 left there, and then that will mean we'll come back with 24. That looks like it should be done now, so we'll go and get that filled up. There you go. Small adjustments on this, otherwise it's going to be away on me. There you go, perfect. And that'll be them looking good. These are starting to get a little bit bigger as well. Let's have a look where we are. 7 months. So yeah, got a little bit longer to keep hold of those. But yeah, they're looking good. Starting to really creep up there. So 7 months, we want to sell them around 10 or 11. So that's going to be April for this lot. So yeah, good way for us just to continue moving through there. So that's all done on that side. We don't need to worry too much about the other pen because, well, we're clearing them out now. So we will continue to go and do that. There you go, and then that's pretty much done with the telehandler for now. Telehandler does get used every day, depending upon the time of year, either just in the little things like this in the morning and then the evening, or pretty much solidly throughout the day. Sorry, it's a soft horn. Anyway, okay, so we're loaded up. We've got, like I say, 10 in here. We'll go and shift these lot away. I think. Have a look, see if they look content. They look as content as one can be. So. And there we go. So like I said, this is one of the reasons we went for this machine. It's a little bit more agile and nimble than the big T7 is. But it's got a 50k box in it, so 31 miles an hour. It's nice and smooth, nice and light and nimble. So we can zip around on the road, be it either doing the runs for the cattle selling and hauling, like this, which we'll be doing, well, there's 5 different pens now, so 5 times a year. Or it could be as easy as just doing contracts, moving things around as well. Either or, it just makes a bit more sense. The T7's great, and it will do it, but it's also a bit big for some of these, so it just doesn't make too much sense having that one. And also, it might be doing some other work, cultivation work, contracts, that kind of stuff. So to have a second tractor that we can use, it's also 140 horsepower, give or take, which is really handy. So it can pull that plow of ours if we really need it to, or cultivator, or could do some of the fertilizer contracts, put the weight on the front, and it'll be good to go. So that's what I plan to use it for. But yeah, it's just nice to have it. Smooth, like I say, very simple design. It was always going to be a lot cheaper to go down this route than it would be. I was looking at fence and masses, and that just didn't really work out from a financial standpoint. So you know, we'll take the savings and we can use that and put it towards something else. Like I mentioned, there's a few things that I'm looking to buy soon, so we will be able to use that money instead. So yeah, this worked out well from a financial, because we're on finance for this, so hire purchase, it's going to be a lot cheaper. It's about £400 a month cheaper. And bear in mind, my other 2 frontline machines are also on finance. If we can keep that bill nice and low, then that is great. Anyway, we've got these 4, we're going to sell those, and then we'll sell these folks as well. That's wonderful, and then we'll just go for 12 of those. Bye. So we made, I don't know, I think we made about 11, and that cost us 3.5, so that's not too bad. Now, like I say, like I mentioned in the past, you could just sell them straight off the block without doing the hauling yourself there, and that would be fine. But when you buy the cattle in, it's £50 per head to bring them in there, so it's £350 for a calf rather than 300. And then when you sell them, it's £70. So then it's you know, we're going to lose £70 from whatever value you're selling them at. So that's £120 a head, really. And then if I'm selling mine at around about the $1,300 mark, well, £1,300, sorry, it's a tenth of your profit just gone. So if you can avoid it, if you can manage to make it by yourself, then just do it for the time it takes. Sell 10 cattle, that's £1,300, or sell 10 head of cattle, that's £1,300 back. So, you know, it's a logical move, and it doesn't take too long if you're situated where we are to the auction mart. It's really not a long drive. But the trade-in of the trailers to this one, which has 12 head now, was very, very useful. Now, the second that someone like 4D Modern maybe produces a livestock trailer, I will be jumping all over that. But this one will do for now. We've still got the spreader leased as well for a little bit longer. We'll don't know how long we'll keep that, but it's around. Okay, so that goes all those 12. Come straight into here and take these. Move to the trailer. Wonderful. Perfect. And we will rinse and repeat one last time and get this all done before 8:30 all the time. Whoa, we're getting overtaken by trucks now, and it's just gone straight in front of me and slowed down. Wonderful. Love a brake check right in front of me after an overtake. That's great. That's really good. Okay. Don't expect me to be so rapid. So this is going to be the last of the livestock that we're selling. We'll get these ones in for the day. And then once we've got this back to the yard there and got the new stock in and settled, they'll be fine. They'll always start at 0% health, so the health won't look great for a while, but that will kick up. They've got plenty of food, so they'll be looking okay. Then we're going to look into the contracts for the day and see what we want to take. I like to take 3 per day, 1 for each machine, really. That's how I kind of judge it, but it doesn't quite work that way. But we'll look into see what's available. It's 13 grand that we made there, and then we will go, do you know what, we'll get some limos back in there as well. So it costs just under 10 grand really for, and well, we made just under 10 grand, I think is the best way to say that. So we'll take these back, and then we'll just have a look at the job market, see if there's anything out there in terms of good opportunities, and then we will plan the rest of our day from there. This grass field on our right is looking fantastic. It really is. I mean, we're not going to cut off it until probably at least late March, I would say, at the very, very earliest. But it's looking great for itself. Really, really pleased with that. And the grass won't be growing now at all. It'll stay like that for the winter. But yeah, really good. Nice that now we've got these 2 big fields of grass there as well. That's about everything that we can accommodate our current livestock model into these 2. And we'll see how we get going. So that should all be pretty handy. Now, what we'll do... Alright, so we'll just load these in here, and that's just done for cattle movements. We'll go 12, move, okay, so... Look at the black rims on that, doesn't it just look great? And there they are. They're in, they've got plenty of feed, and they're going to need some water though, so we best get that filled up this morning. Good spot there. Otherwise their health will never regain if that's not fully refreshed. Look at that sunrise, it's absolutely stunning. Alright, whilst we're in this machine here, let's go and grab the water bowser. We'll fill that up again. Whilst we're filling that up, I've just remembered we need to go and grab a couple of bales of straw from the far field there. That's going to get shoved on into the biogas heater. I like to do 2 bales a day at the moment. Typically we'll keep some in case there's going to be some fancy high demand. Oh, I need to stay here actually, get that filled up there. Because if there is, then we obviously want to be able to be in a position to take advantage of that. But yeah, for the main part there, we will just take 2 bales, stick them in, and then that's just all good to go for the day. I've got the pallet forks on the front here, I do recall. Sometimes there's a few more pallets to shift around, like the honey or the eggs would be ready to go, but that's seldom, so it doesn't take too long to get that all done in the morning. There you go, just drop that one off there. Okay, so we'll just pop on over to the field to get those 2. Just a nice slow way of clearing out that field. I could bring a trailer over, but for what I use those for, it just doesn't make any sense. They're not in the way and not harming anyone, so they'll stay where they are. And you can see we came down to here and with the mulcher as well, whilst we had that on hire. Got everything done. So now it's ready to be ploughed over. So we might just have to get that new plough in and get that done in January. But we'll have a look at that. See if that's going to be worthwhile and see what that can look like us doing. Because yeah, from a cash flow standpoint, we have the opportunity to do some stuff, so we might as well try and take advantage. There's the next two. What's the left there? 8, I think. Maybe 10. A little bit soft there. Oh lord. Wasn't expecting that. What have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10. Okay. Beautiful morning though. What a fantastic wintry morning this is. And then we'll just come over here again. Twist our way through the yard, around the corner we go. That football still reappears. I'm gonna have to get. I don't know how I'm gonna get rid of that. And then we will drop these off right about here. Into the boiler they go. Boop boop. 1,300 pounds there. Price of straw, hey? Absolutely wild. There we go. Perfect, we're done. So, that's all said and done. Now we're going to unload this water. And then that's probably all livestock work done for the morning. They've got plenty of feed there as well, so we don't need to worry about any of that. So we'll start this away, we'll unload it all, and then we can start to look at the markets and see what that looks like for us. So, first thing I always like to check to make sure there's no deals that we are missing out on, and there are not. Second thing we look into is 2 bits of equipment I'm thinking of. First of all is this slightly larger plow. We currently use this boy right here, 2.5 meters, so this would be an extra 0.5 meter. So it's easily pullable with the New Holland as well. So that might be something we do. And we do take on quite a few plowing contracts too, so that would be quite cool to do. No, does that make it any easier? No. But yeah, so how much are we looking at there? 36 grand before we trade ours in, so that's not too crazy. I think we'd probably stick with the normal though, and we definitely do not need that. And then there's an option for a rim color over here, and my colors are, what's that look like? I mean, I guess, sure. Okay, so we'll sell that, we'll buy that, beg your pardon. And then, how much can we get for ours? It's an Agromass, isn't it? It's that one there. Ooh, not too much in its current state. Only 9,000, my word. So, okay, we'll have to sell that one. That's fine. Now we can make a bit of money back. And what we'll do for that as well today is we'll have a look through some of the different contracts that are available, because we need to take on a few, and wouldn't you know it? There you go. So we can take on that one. Accept. There's not much. It's a quiet day for the contracts all in, so we'll see what happens with that, if it changes at all. That one is, see, look at the price of that. That would have been about double before the patch came through. But it is what it is. Rock removal, we don't really look into too much at the moment. I'm sure it'd be very easy to do, but we just don't have. That would ideally want a low loader so you could drag it around a little bit easier, because it's going to be slow to move it from the store where you lease it. That would be an option. That one will definitely do. They're very quick, very easy. So we'll accept that. And then, yeah, we could take that one on, and we could almost get the Deutz onto that. Cool. Okay, so there's our 3 for the day. Of course, if any more come in there, we'll look to take those on as and when. And the other thing that I was contemplating purchasing was going to be a new cultivator, something that kind of fits the style that I was looking for a little bit more. But what we also need to do today, before we get to any of that, is make a little bit more money back again, is go and sell some of our grain. Because now is the time to do so. So we'll probably start with wheat, I think, actually. We'll keep a little bit of wheat here for the hens, because it's important to make sure they're all fed up. But we will go and get rid of a trailer load. So I think we'll probably just end up using this again, so we can get the New Holland will go into the plough, and that'll go and pick up the new plough, and then that'll be us all set up there. So that's the plan for the day: sell some wheat, buy a plough, sell a plough, and get to work. So that's pretty much how my morning routine starts. Always very similar, always with the same intentions to get everything fed, and then move on to looking into furthering any contract work or making any money where we can. And then obviously depends seasonally. If we have our yard work to do, if we have any field work to do, harvest work to do, then that will take priority every time. But we can always just play that one by ear. Now we're going to just loop over into the corner. This new yard here still has plenty of space to turn around in. And then it'll just allow us to get right back on over to there. Oh, I can't see a thing that way. Let's do that. We've also, this trailer's got a large capacity, but again, looking to try and get everything into a bit more of the British brands, that kind of thing. So we'll have to see what that would look like. But let's take a trailer load here. I want to leave, if I can, around about, I don't know, 2 ton, maybe a ton and a half. So that's going to leave us about 4 tons. So we'll have to come back for a little bit more, which we can do. And that will be ready to go. We'll get that sheeted up. And through we go. So we're ready. We'll get ready to go and take that one. Maybe go and get some breakfast and start after that. So until next time, I think that'll be a great way to leave. That's the morning routine in a nutshell for every day, every month in Riverbend Springs on our beef farm. So I hope you have enjoyed. If you have any questions, comments or feedback, please do leave them down below. I've been Simulation for the Nation. Until next time, folks, thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.